All right. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Let me readjust my microphone. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a little after dark stream, if you will. A little prestigious intro for a V1 executive charter night. We're going to be operating tonight. A day in the life of a corporate pilot. We're picking up at an airport that I flew out of many, many times. And we're going to see how many legs we got going tonight because... Excuse me. Did I just cough right into the mic? I thought I muted it in time. Sorry if I didn't. My bad. I rolled a really good trip on Jet Card, on V1 Executive Charter. And it's 3 legs. The third leg is only like 13 miles, so it's like a repositioning leg. We're going to take a look at it. We'll see. Right now, though, we're going to head over from Ukiah, California. We're going to head over to Boise, Idaho. Should be a fun little flight. And then if that goes well, we might continue to Montrose. And then from Montrose, we reposition to the aircraft's new home base of Steamboat Springs, which I might have to move because I don't think we have the performance to get the aircraft off the ground in Steamboat Springs as a medium payload. So I'm going to have to do some more digging on that. We're going to have to look at some performance numbers, but that's the plan. We have a beautiful machine, 205 Juliet Alpha, custom livery from the Flight Sim TO. I'm still waiting on the V1 Executive Charter paint shop to deliver us a VEC livery on the Falcon 50. We still don't have our official livery yet, but until then we are still we're taking on jets and we're getting them in position for some V1 executive flying. Vertical Sim Boise is really good. I really hope I have Vertical Sim Boise installed, Fred. I probably don't. Now that I think about it, I hope I do though. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, maybe Hayden would be better than Steamboat Springs. It would be. It's either Mick Oatmeal that or also Eagle. Eagle's got a great scenery and a great approach. We'll see. We'll see. We're still in the testing phase. I'm working with the performance numbers and trying to see what we got. Because I want it to be a challenge, but I don't want it to be impossible, right? So we'll have to see. Always wanted to see that in the channel. They have some VAL trips there. Eagle, yeah, Eagle is a commercial, level airport, so it'd be no problem. It's like a 9,000 foot runway. So, anyway, Contrail, Falcon 50, ready to rock and roll. I have to make a declaration. I am running a new firmware for my Brunner yoke. I've been working with Team Vodka. We're trying to deal with the pitchiness of the airplane. But if anybody is in the Falcon right now, and I'm going to ask this throughout the stream until I get a definitive answer, if you're in your sim, and I posted in the Discord too, if you're on the ground or whatever and you trim the airplane, number 1, does the yoke move? Number 2, is the yoke moving opposite direction? So for me, when I trim nose up, the trim moves nose up and everything, the airplane does like what it should, but the yoke moves forward, which I find interesting. Jackson Hole would be a good one. We'd have to put it on. I might have to just put a vote out. Good news is we can move bases very easily. So if it doesn't work out in Steamboat Springs, we can easily move the base. The cost is just to get them operational. So we'll take a look. I need to ask my bestie, Robert Randazzo. I know, where is Randazzo when you need him? I have Falcon 50 questions now. So the yoke doesn't move for you, Eamon Burke? Interesting. So I'm not talking about on the real airplane like it shouldn't work. I'm talking about, so why would my yoke be moving and why would it be moving opposite direction? I wonder if that is a Brunner thing that we need to work with Team Vodka on. But yeah, I've got a whole new set of firmware and profiles and stuff for Brunner for the airplane. So anyway, before we get started, let's take a look at our jet card tonight. Let's see what is on the slate this evening. So let me reposition you. I'll move you over here to make it a little bit smaller. I wanted you to just sit in the middle of the screen. There we go. Close enough. All right. So before we get started, this is day in the life of a corporate pilot, so we're gonna have to step through the processes here. We have a pretty cool trip set up here. As you can see, it's going, can you see the full trip dossier? Ukiah to Boise, Boise to Montrose, and then up to Steamboat Springs. which is an awesome trip. I don't know how much we'll get done tonight. We'll see how we feel after we get to Boise, if we continue to Montrose or not. If we continue to Montrose, maybe we should just take it all the way into Steamboat. We'll see how the vibes are. We'll see how the stream is. I'm excited. It's a Friday night. Family is in town. In-laws are in town, so we're just hanging out here at the sim, doing sim things. But let's go ahead and get this customer to Boise, Idaho. Lisa Christensen is heading out with the party of 7 on a summer mountain circuit. Boise first and Telluride, closing in Steamboat Springs. Seasonal rotation through the Rockies high desert kind of circuit she runs when the California coast gets crowded and the mountain towns are at their peak. Amen to that. Ukiah, I love that we have Ukiah in the sim. Ukiah sits in the Mendocino Inland Hills, dry and warm late June, and the departure gets the group airborne into the mountain west. Just as the high country opens up, Boise is the first stop. The city sits at the foot of the Boise front. The mountains rising immediately to the northeast, and in late June, the rivers are still running strong from snowmelt, and the days stretch long. Natural first anchor for a western swing, and the group has time on the ground before the next push south. So, we don't have to complete it all tonight, but we'll see how the flying goes. Douglas Phillips, thank you for the $10 super chat. Very kind of you. Appreciate you. Says V1, thank you for a stream I can finally watch. Douglas Phillips, pour yourself a nice beverage. Settle in. Hope you enjoy the stream tonight, man. Glad to have you here as we go live on the Falcon 50 stream. Thank you, man. Appreciate the super chat. Very kind. From Boise, the routing drops into Colorado. Montrose is a gateway to the Telluride Valley and the San Juan Range, one of the most dramatic high-altitude landscapes in the lower 48. Mountains here are fully accessible by late June with the passes open and the wildflowers starting to come in their upper slopes. Christensen's party will be on the ground in Telluride, corridor private vehicles at the FBO. Final leg, Steamboat Springs, which summer ranching culture is still intact. Amen to that, ranching, baby. I got my Longhorn shirt on right now. It's a different feel from Telluride, more open country, high sagebrush plateaus rolling into the Yampa Valley. Trip closes there, 7 aboard throughout all 3 legs, clean handoff at Steamboat. Thank goodness we're not taking 7 out of Steamboat, because like I said, I don't know when we can get off the runway in Steamboat Springs. We got perf problems. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and go to dispatch. This is our first leg, Ukiah to Boise. You may have a solution to the yoke movement. Let me know, Vodka. Oh, yeah, I think it is just visual, Vodka. I think our yoke moving is a visual issue because the airplane is doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's trimming up and it's trimming down. It's just weird that the yoke animation is even moving. Anyway, I thought about, should I invert the pitch in the, the buttons? You know how you combine the buttons? I wonder if I should invert those. Anyway. Ukiah blasting off runway 33 on the Ronho 2 departure. I didn't know there was a sit out of here. Mency, Red Bluff, Rio, Boise direct for 28 left into Boise. We got clear weather here. It's overcast in Boise, 6,500 feet. Light rain. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. Wind is 0607, 10 miles of viz. Once we get below it, it shouldn't be an issue. TAF for Boise. Thunderstorms in the vicinity. Really, cumulonimbus. Possible. Variable gusting winds up to 35 knots. Jeez Louise. Since when? I thought this was going to be a beautiful flight here. All right, so possible weather in Boise. We've already looked at the briefing. Let's take a look at the OFP here. I'm going to sync OFP because I believe I refiled it. Yes. All right, so now I can see it in the proper format that I would like. Here we go. Ronho 2 Menzi is the flight plan. Arrival fuel is 126. So we got an hour and a half of gas. What is our alternate? PIH. I don't even know what that is. PIH alternate. They're saying it's going to take 1,300 to get over there. They got us 41 minutes. All right. No dispatch extra. Min takeoff 5,000. We'll call it 5.1 min takeoff. Total Ukiah fuel, we need 5,398. I'm going to talk to the ground crew. I'll hand them a trading card. We'll say, hey, can you put us at 5.5 for fuel? See if we can get a little extra gas on that one. Just a couple 100 pounds. It should be fine. I don't see the weather's going to be an issue. We'll take a look at the radar here in a minute. Right now, ooh, yeah, I could see what they're talking about. So we've got a little radar moving in here. A little situation. Interesting. All right. A couple air mets. Significant weather. Sigma 72C. Cool. Nothing crazy there. Ukiah. Boise's got plenty of runway, I know that. Prestige, reputation, 100. This is our new base, Ukiah. We do have some Piaggios on the ground here, too, is Ukiah Airport. And the livery is available in the livery locker. Boise, Idaho. Does it say where we're going? It will say on the brief, Jackson Jet Center, Boise. We'll probably be going to Jackson Jet Center, I think. We're not going to West Air charter flights. That's for someone else. But we'll head over to Jackson Jet Center. I think. All right. Ground operations. We're going to get a fuel order and all that stuff with our J-phone. Matter of fact, I think we have to sync. Do we have to sync it first? Let me see. FBO. Can I get ground power and a fuel order for now? We'll send those two messages off. We're already filed flight track. Let's take a look. We got any, oh, we got a couple of VECs out there. What is that, a 650? Oh, that's a Guppy. We got, one Victor Golf. We've got Citation, Captain Dan, Ozzy. Alright, we do have some VECs out there flying. South America's quiet, though. I don't like that. I don't like South America's so quiet. Alright, ACAR's under development. Financials projected to make $8,000 off of all this. Operating cost, $3,300. Alright, so I'm good with the briefing and the dispatch. If you are, we talked about our fuel. We'll get a little extra gas on there. Should we need to. So we have our fuel and catering checks. Excellent. So let's close that. Let's pre-flight this airplane and get this thing fired up and head over to the lovely Boise, Idaho. So we'll walk up to the jet. We'll get the door open. We'll do a little pre-flight situation here. And has anyone successfully had jet cards synced to the Falcon 50? In terms of like bringing stuff out. I'm gonna hop in here real quick before we do our full pre-flight. In terms of this, man, I can hear the wind blowing out there. Waiting, jet card is connected. Start import a sim brief, and then start jet card services. I wonder, so I start jet card services, but now that's fake news. That's for the 2020. They're going to fix that. Let's get external power hooked up. I thought they'd bring the external power out, and we'll go do the refueling ourselves here in a minute. All right. Well, we're not going to do any towing, so before we forget, let's connect the torque link. Let's pull the pitot covers. Those have been pulled. Where do we get the company liveries? Bo Browning. That is in the livery locker section of the VEC Discord. So head over to the livery locker, and the Piaggio livery has been updated, and the Sovereign and the Phenom are all in there. I gotta pull the plug from that side there. All right, let's open up the cargo door, get this ready. Does that mean hiring will open up again soon? Yeah, we actually are hiring. If you're level 60 and above, you're pretty much gonna be 60 is kind of the baseline for the reputation for VEC right now. About 60 rep. Anything higher is better. So we could start fueling while we're out here. We know our fuel load, right? I think we have to do that from inside, though. No, he's going to come out here. Fuel truck is here. Excellent. Fuel truck is here. Let's connect the hose. Before we fuel it, we'll get the rest of the jet powered up. So we'll come back to that. Take a look at our ailerons here. Everything looks nice and clean. I do like this livery. I mean, come on, y'all. The Falcon 50 might be one of my... It might be one of the best looking corporate jets out there. The Tri-Jet, man, any of them. I mean, the 8X looks good too, though. This livery is sharp. This is a sharp livery. We're going to have to tell Whiskey. Give him some inspiration. All right, let's hop into the bird. We'll go ahead and get rid of the tow because it is disconnected. Let's get the airplane fired up. So battery switch 1 and battery switch 2 is coming online. We're going to put you on external power. Bat gen just went up. That looks good. We'll split a bus tie. Let's go ahead and get AC bus 1, AC bus 2. all in the green. So EFIS powered up. Radio masters are powering up. You can hear the gyro spinning up behind there. We'll pull this out. Get you stabilized. Is there a flight control lock? No, it's hydraulic, right? Oh yeah. Can't move it, it's hydraulic. Alright. But look at this, hold on. Well, it's not moving now. I guess we gotta get the hydraulics on. We'll hide the yoke for right now. Overhead panel, let's go ahead and finish this up. Let's get the logo light on. Everything can stay off. Fasten seatbelts can stay off. No smoking can stay off. We will arm the emergency exit lights. Pitot heats can stay off. Overhead light, we need a little bit of juice on the overhead, so we'll get those juiced up on the overhead. Let's come down here, let's power on our avionics. We'll power these up, 1, 2. We're going to be on 22.8, that's in the active column. That looks good. Mach trim switch, we'll get that after we do our power up sequence. All right, so that is all coming to life. We need to align the ADIRS, or INS rather, so we'll go straight to align nav and straight to align nav on both of you. Alignment process will take place. We're going to be departing Kooky to Boise. Select enter. All right, select enter. Departure from Ukiah runway. What did I say? Let me pull up my personal EFB is going to die. It's only 8% charge, so I'm going to use it until I can, then I'll use the in-game EFB here. Do I recommend this plane? I do. I think for $30, $38, I think it is very fairly priced. It's unique, it's challenging, and it's a whole lot of fun if you like corporate jets and you want something different. It is a challenge. It is a bit of a challenge. There's a bit of a little learning curve. It's kind of unique right now in terms of its landing characteristics, but they are aware of it and they are working on it. But I do think it's, I do enjoy it. I do recommend it. What was I looking at? Oh yeah, I need to unload my flight plan. Ukiah to Boise. Walter Robbins, thank you for the $10 super chat, man. I appreciate you. That's very kind of you, sir. He says, new dad from yesterday. Well, congratulations, Walter Robbins. New dad from yesterday, changed username. Coffee's on me. Will likely apply for VEC in a few weeks after I gain some reputation. Can we have changing tables in the jet slabs? You got it, Walter Robbins. As a father of 4, we do have portable baby changing table modifications that we've installed on all of our jet aircraft. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Congrats, huge congrats on the baby, my friend. That is awesome. Enjoy it. You may or may not know it's going to be absolute whirlwind right now for a little bit, but enjoy it, man, because they grow up fast. They grow up very fast. Thank you for the support, Walter. All right, we are blasting off 3-3. The winds right now are 3-3 at 10, gust 15. I can hear it out there. We said we're on the SID. I wasn't aware of the SID. Rono 2 departure. It's an RNAV. Rono 2 and transition is Menzie. Menzie, select. Rono 2, Wagoop, Menzie, excellent. Arrival going into Boise.
Radio check.
Loud and clear. Going into Boise, we are planning no approach. Interesting. So let me look at the winds. Winds are 100 at 7 in Boise. Ooh, variable 20, gust 30. My goodness. Probably land 28 right, 28 left. Probably want to land 28 left, huh? There's no ILS to 28 left. There's an RNAV. Let's do the ILS 28 right from Toils. So runway 28 right. No star. we don't have a star. Let's just leave it like that. Screw. How can I not? There we go. We'll deal with you in flight. Because I don't want to load up a star right now. I don't know which star we should use. It didn't file all this on one, which is interesting. Alright, Yukai to Menzi, that's in there. We're aligned. Better declare a mayday for dead EFB battery. Family listening to you on the way home from the beach. No pressure. Hey, T-Tut, hope you had a wonderful beach time, man. I know, we'll declare an emergency if we need to. Alright, Magic Barrel Ref set. Thanks for the 1 year support, man. Appreciate that, T-Tut. Let's go. APU master on, generator on. Oh, and we need to start fueling. Let's do that before. Let's head back out to our refuel panel. All right, pumps coming on. Low selected. Start. We need 5,500. But what is that? This is in gallons, right? What's 5,500 gallons to pounds? Let's do a, what is it, 6.6? Or 6.8? 833 gallons? Is it 833 gallons? But we already have 246,000. So we're good. It saved our fuel from last time then. So we're actually good. We don't need any more gas. We just took on 159 gallons. I'm not mathing today. I think we're plenty good. Let's turn those off. We'll disconnect you. Close the door. Because that gives us, right? 20, 21, across the board. 246. Yeah, we're well over. I think it saves your fuel. Does it save your fuel? I'm pretty sure it saved our fuel from our last flight. Magic Barrel Ref reset. Let's get the APU started up. Pretty sure it saved the gas. Now we'll be extra heavy. We're going to file the serial fluid out. Generators online. Bleed air's coming on, please. Alright, bleed air's coming on. Fasten belts. No smoking is coming on. Master cabin light switch on, in case they need any lights. Let's go back to the stupid flight plan. Arrival. I hate how you have to put an arrival in to file an approach. It's so dumb. Runway 28 right. It won't let me select the approach. I just have to select the star transition. I don't like that. I don't know if that's accurate or stupid. Either way, I don't like it. Nero. Where's Nero? Nero. And now it's saying the saddle 4 waypoints of star. Nero, Princess, Pelt. No smoking again. Why do I put cigars in my carry-on? Alright, I'll get that for you. Hold on. Yeah, that all. Wait, did it take it? It didn't take it. Oh my gosh. No, it did. Okay, it did. It did. It's all in the box. All right. All right, so how do I get back? Isn't it like a regular nav page? Fuel status. Yeah, we're 1,000. We got plenty of gas. We're over fuel to 1,000 pounds. All right, Kuki to Menzi. That's what I want right there. Kuki to Menzi. Hit LNAV, LS key 1, then back. It doesn't do anything. I mean, forward? I don't know. This box is dumb. Stupid Super 27 bucks. Oh, now it's screwed up. Oh, yeah, no, it depends. There's no back key. Oh, that back key. That's stupid. Why the hell would you have to do that? That's stupid. I don't like it. Uninstall it. Alright. Why would the back key be on that side of the box anyway? I want my Garmin 5000. Magic Barrel Ref is set top altitude. She's a high to 30s airplane. We're going to set 370. I don't care what Simbri file is set. Yeah, 410. That ain't happening, Chief. Can I modify that? I need to modify the cruise altitude. How do I modify the cruise altitude? What do we say? 37. Trans 18. Alright. Now we're back. We're back at it. Alright, fueling is done. External power. We're going to go back to norm. External power is, we don't need it anymore. We're disconnected. That's fine. We're cross-line. That looks good. So external power can go away. Bags can go away. Chocks can go away. We can close the main door. Let's set up our EFIS. Let's go course to FMS nav and HSI mode. Do that out to Menzi. Let's set up this little guy to be map displayed. Current 2991. Okay. Out to Menzi, that looks good. It's basically a straight out departure to Menzi. Okay, get ready for B4 start. These are in ground. Booster pumps are coming on. Anti-collision light, all is on. Actually, we just need red. There we go, red is on, and we are ready for engine start. I think your cruise altitude is 37 feet at the moment. Really? Thank you. So again, stupid box. Alright, let's verify with jet card. Did we ever send the passengers? Let's send a ready for boarding just to make sure. Are you saying wrong side's planning is crap? I am. I'm saying we're not going up to 45. We'll never get there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Flight 257 up to Boise, Idaho. Pleasure to have everybody on board today. We'll have that no smoking sign off here momentarily. That way you can get your cigars out of your carry-on bags. Let's see, we got 54 minutes en route up to Boise, Idaho. Should be a pretty smooth ride. We got some thunderstorms on the arrival into Boise, and I'm still trying to figure out the VNAV in this airplane, so hopefully we'll figure it out before we get there. But other than that, should be a smooth ride. Welcome aboard. Thanks for choosing View on Executive Charters. All right. I got the A-OK from Jet Card. Let's get rid of this. Let's start engines. Number 2 first. Here we go. Yoke is pressurized to center position. That's so cool. That's more than 12%. Fuel on. I gotta map these to my Bravo. I used to have them mapped. Then I gave up on trying to remember how to do it. Stabilizing. What we can do is, I know the view is so loud. It's always a cool view though. We started up. Number 2 is stabilized. Oh dang it! I just started on. I meant to do number 3. And 2 up 10, 12. Fuel on. Passengers already drinking the bubbly. Yeah. I'd be drinking the bubbly too, going into Boise in this thing. Freaking EFIS 86 garbage. Just kidding. Weren't we just talking about how much I love the EFIS 86? Alright, we got 2 good starts. Number 3, here it goes. Alright. The matcha's all condensating over my table. I had to wipe it off here. Alright. 1, 2, 3 good starts. Stabilized. So, we're going to split you back. We're going to come down here. We're going to turn the bleed off. We're going to hit the start-stop switch. Sends the overspeed signal. APU's going to spool down. We'll make sure we get the master switch off here. Mock trim lights coming on. Flaps 20, slats. Flight controls are free and correct. Pitot heats, we'll get those at the runway. Where's my yoke? Takeoff command bars. GA is set. Yucaya traffic, Prestige 469, taxi runway 33. APU gen switch off.
Yucaya traffic, Prestige 249, taxiing runway 33 behind
released.
company Falcon 50.
Taxi light on. Why is my yoke not giving me my outside view? Well, that's bizarre. It won't. Button 6. Not gonna let me do it. What the hell? Okay, there's one way to skin a cat. Let's go to my tiller. There we go. I have to bind it to the tiller. I don't know why I wouldn't let me bind that. Seems like we got a pilot. Seems like we got the pilot of our $3 million basically fighter jet from Timu. I know, Wingnut. I know you're in a hurry. Let's go. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Only about 27 more for that FRT. All right, let's rock and roll. I think old Mr. Citation 10 there might be blocking us. Why would it not pick up that button press? It's frustrating. That's how I go outside through all the time. Alright, we'll sneak by. Uh-oh, Mr. Randazzo is in the house. I dragged I dragged in a large notepad for this check ride. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. We can't be having any of that right now. Don't judge me on this. We're not ready. Good to see you, man. Hope all is well. I am dragging the bucket, though. See? You can put that in the does well column. Taxi on downhill here for 3-3. Can we stall it this time and check the auto slats, or the passenger's going to get sick? We will do a stall. I'll tell you, it works. I actually tested it. So, wow, look at that scenery. The slats on the 50, when you stall it, it will actually drive the outboard slats forward. And it is simulated in their model. So, we should have, man, if I would have known Mr. Randazzo was here, I would have flown the PMDG livery tonight. That would have been fun. Randazzo didn't see last night, so I think you're good. Alright, the bucket is stowed. Here we go. Let's slow it down. Let's double check our speeds and weights, since we're going to be a little bit overweight now by 1,000 pounds. Since yours truly couldn't do math on the fueling situation. Alright, Falcon 50. Let's sync the weight. We're 31,000 pounds. Slats to flaps 20. VR is 112. Sync bugs 127. They don't seem to be syncing. Oh, well, that's frustrating. I can't. That's really frustrating. All right, 100, 120, 112. That's set. 137. Oh, it is. It did sync. I'm looking at it wrong. All right. Reversers are not deployed. There's only one reverser. There it is. Not deployed. All right, bugs are set. Trim 555 is set right on the back of that green band. We already did our flight controls. We're ready to go. You cut traffic. Prestige 469 departing the way 33 straight out. All right, all logo, landing, taxi, wing. Let's go. Look at that. See the subtle wing flex there? It does indeed have wing flex. I believe we could nav this off the ground. I believe we can nav this off the ground. Sorry. 321 line up there, we overshot. Can I do a... FMS pitch? I think you're supposed to do that 400, right? Yeah. And it won't quite work. Okay. That's alright. That's alright. Go around, Toga set on the flight director. I'm going to pull up my EFB chart so I can have it over here. You guys don't have to see it. Ronhu 2 departure procedure. Basically going to fly straight out, slight right turn, direct to Ronhu when able. Direct 2 is primed up, ready to go. Wait, where's my... Did it? It took away our departure when we reloaded it. 3-3, Menzi. That's why we check these things. See? Mr. Randazzo, put that in your does well notepad. We caught it. See? Threats and errors. We have threats. Me caught the threat. And we saved it. Now let's go flying. Spool them up. Set takeoff thrust. Thrust set.
Airspeed alive.
Ukiah traffic for
Check.
Stage 249, lining up runway 33 behind company Falcon 50.
Rotate. Pause and brake.
Gear up. Fly with. Oh, I can't. Gosh, I gotta have to fix that button. I'm gonna have to fix that button. Yeah, see how it's still pretty sensitive in the pitch. All right, we're through 400 feet. Nav, add up through 1,000. Climb. Climb thrust. This guy wants to drop that nose so fast. Flaps quick. Is that the camera that maybe did? I don't know if it's the camera, dude. I don't think it's the camera.
Ukiah traffic for Stage 249, departing runway 33, straight out departure.
Let me try. Can I disable it in the trim? Or in the, let's turn that off. Oh, yeah, it does seem like better. Maybe it was. Maybe it indeed was the G-loaded camera the whole time, making it bobble. 97.1 is max, so we're looking good here. We'll bring back number 2 just a little bit. All right, 256.9. There's the turn. Problem is I have to take my hand off the yoke every time I want to look outside. It's super annoying. All right, 8.9, we're climbing all the way up 370. We'll get a climb check this here soon. There's 10,000 feet. In the climb low profile, we're going to be pitching now for 260. Out of 10,000 feet. Landing lights are coming off, taxi wing is all coming off. We'll just go nav only on that. Smoke them if you got them. And we're descending. That's why you have 2 people up there. I'm really trying to hand fly it for a little while longer because this is a whole new set of, turn the sounds down. Basically my Bruner is completely different than what I've been used to for the last 5-6 years. Did a firmware update and it changed a whole bunch of stuff now. On course to Menzie out of 13,000, 260 climb profile, fix that thrust. Go back just a hair. We're going to creep there. 90. We're good to 97.9. So temps are good. Approaching Menzie. Where is my EFIS range? It should be this one, right? No, that's the DA. Oh, it's pushed in. There we go. There we go. That's better. I can see the line a little bit better now. And what I like to have is the data to be time to go. Right, there we go. Okay, stall it. Stall. I promise you, Wingnut, the slats will extend. Promise you. Like the sunshades down on that side because it's a little bit, the sun's coming in from that angle. K6, my man, what's up? Thank you for the 58 months of support. See, it's so hard because if I have to, yeah, it's weird. I got to fix that outside view button. Maybe it's finally time to upgrade to a Moza so I can get some profiles. I know it, dude. I know it. I need to check out Moza as well. I did speak with them at the expo. I got to send them an email. See if we can work something out. I know a lot of you have been asking for Moza stuff. Alright, I mean, honestly, I do like the way it flies now with this profile bug. Other than, like, watch. Let me show you what I was. So I'm gonna, my hands are off the yoke. I'm gonna just trim. See, when I trim nose up, the yoke moves forward. Does nobody else's Falcon do that? I find that so strange. So I think it's just the animation of the yoke wrong. All right, we're well through 18,000 feet. Let's go ahead and engage yaw damper autopilot. I should have had that on. So from the videos that I've seen, they go slats, or when they go slats clean, they go yaw damper on. Or at least one of the videos I watch. So the yaw damper comes on pretty quick after departure. So autopilot yaw damper is engaged. FMS climb, we're at 260 climb thrust. Lights are set. Everything else looks good up top. Transfer pumps should be on. We forgot those. And those should be in ground. We took off with those in ground instead of air start, which were hopefully RSR didn't have his notepad for that because we screwed all that up. But that's all right. We're flying. We're looking good. Thank you, Digital Merc, for the 56 months of support. Says trim sounds like a woodpecker in the pedestal. No, dude, the woodpecker is the, you should hear the Avanti, Piaggio. This one sounds definitely more like a machine gun. But I guess it could be a muffled woodpecker. Maybe that's what you're saying. Like if there's a woodpecker up under the nose there, for sure. Back to full screen cam. Everything's locked and loaded. Wingnut is texting me because he can't stall it. He really wants me to stall the airplane. If I stall it, it'll be all out of whack for the rest of the. I gotta retrim it. We'll do a demonstration maybe on the next departure. I would have expected more yoke option for the Moza base, either Moza or third parties. I know, that's one thing that I was really surprised at too. There's not, just even the grips, you know, there's no Moza grips out there for Boeing. Now there is a third party company making one. That was at Expo, like a Boeing style grip for your Moza. But I thought, you know, they spent a lot of that time making that detachable handle. I thought for sure they would have put in, had some grips by now. Bring those thrusts back a little bit, creeping up just a tad. All right, we're looking good. You know, I haven't even checked. Let's see. Yeah, look, brakes, ignition, transponder. If we would have done that, flaps, the frats check. Flaps, runway, air brakes, trim, spoilers. Trims, spoiler? Pitot heats, warning panel, anti-collision, and landing lights. Imagine if we would have did that. we would have got all that stuff. Landing lights, anti-ice, yaw dampers on, hydraulics, starts, ground start, taxi light off, best broken, pressurization, check line thrust set. After 10,000 foot check, standby pump. Auto. Should have had that on too. Alright, then the cruise. Alright, so we're in cruise check. Hydraulic, electrical, fuel, pressurization, engine parameters check. Alright. So we're all looking good now. Set standard, 2992 is set, 25 for 370. Cool is if I see if I can go back in here. You can turn dynamic sunshades off too. I mean, we need pictures from PMDG's Falcon 50 wing. How clean is the top of the Falcon 50 wing? Because every picture I've seen, it looks clean. So I don't really find any issues. I mean, it looks pretty dang good. We'll move this one up a little bit. And honestly, that fuel cap right there, let's zoom in over here. That fuel cap looks pretty dang good. Maybe some work on this here, I don't know. But all the Falcons that I see on YouTube looks pretty good. I have applied. I have 85 rep and jet card. ID is the same. Truckin' Dad 2015. All right, my man. Well, hopefully we'll see you on board VEC here very soon. I actually haven't flown out this direction. Normally we're going south out of Ukiah or north. We're kind of going northeast. We're going up over, what is it, Sac or Redding? What's that? Is that the wind? It sounds like I opened a window in here. Do you guys hear that noise? Mr. Rondazzo says it's very clean with no visible surface disruptions. Also clean and polished on ours, which makes setting the number 2 engine plug a hazard. Oh, wow. Yeah, because you got to get up on top, right? Got to get up on top of the jet. Let me reset this here. Yeah, you got to get up on that number 2 pot. Get that number 2 plug in there. Let me turn it down a little bit more. Wow. It's the air vent on the lower left panel. For real? I opened an air vent on the lower left panel. Did I really? It's the air vent. What? What on earth? Because I can hear the wind noise. I gotta find this panel. This one? No. Oh. Right. Foot warmer? No, that doesn't move. I don't even know what that is. A little lever right there. What did I mouse wheel? That's one thing that's not awesome. And I think, you know, I think it has to do with developing for 2020 and 2024. If, you know, in a perfect world, I'd say just develop for 24, because when you try to mix and match stuff, it doesn't work very good. When you try to make 2020 at the same time as 24, you get issues like mouse view things. So I wish it, you know, was focused on 24. But I guess there's 5 people still flying 2020. But yeah, you can't. The mouse cursor doesn't change shape over items that should trigger an action. So that's going to be super annoying. So for instance, like, you wouldn't think that you could open this drawer here, but you can. So that's what makes it hard when you open a phantom window, air vent. Oh, sunshades work. What about the, I know you could, where's the sunshade thing? Aren't there supposed to be sunshades in here? We doing a return leg? No, after Boise, I think it's Montrose. I think we want a Montrose. But we have to find this air vent. Let me look at, you guys have control. Let me try to find this air vent here. I don't see anything about an air vent, but I can hear it. So I think you're sending me on a wild goose chase, whoever said that. I think Long Haul Flyer is trying to saboteur us. I wonder if it's just the winds aloft. 102 knots. I mean, that might have something to do with it. Geez, what is our ground speed? 436. We're gonna have a nice tailwind here when we make. Well, we're not really making a turn, are we? Mostly a crosswind. It's mostly a crosswind. Alright, we're in cruise. Let me take a look at jet card here. Turn you down a little bit more, it's a little bit loud. Let's go to the live map section here. Turn the radar on. So that's us, blasted off out of Ukiah. There's another Victor Charlie, a citation following us up to Boise. That's cool, so he was able to generate the same trip to Boise. There's other. Looks like we're going to be clear of all this stuff here. Where's Montrose? Grand Junction. It's might be a little bit over there too. Man, there's definitely some stuff going on over here. Alright, everything else looks good though. We are tracking. We're in flight, airborne, climbing. We're going to reset cruise altitude. I forget what we said. 35? What did we set inside the jet here? 37. We gotta reset the cruise altitude in jet car 37,000 feet. Alright, that's done. You can select ILS on the left side arrival button. Oh, I didn't get that far yet. I rage quit on that. It must be the wind noise outside. I just have the sim turned down a little bit. Let me go options. Let's go to the Contrail app. Oh yeah, save fuel across sessions. That's why we had so much gas. Okay, so note to self, we really need to make sure we don't overfuel our steamboat. You can turn the clacker off if you want, Digital Merc, if you're still here. Spawn with covers, show user hints. 1,000 to go. Oh, replay mode off. I feel like, man, I feel like that is going to just be recording data the whole time, right? Would that make your sim have less performance by having that on? I'll turn it on for landing, but because you're just recording data. I don't want to reset any weights right now. All right, 7 flights, 3.5 hours. We've traveled 1,200 miles. We're getting there. Look, we got some achievements. Pilot skills. We have any skills? We're a night owl, raw flying, and we got stick and rudder. See? Put that on my application. All right, 36 for 37. Let's make sure she levels. We don't have the auto throttle on. I should probably engage it for fun. Our fake auto throttle. Auto throttle is on. Noted here by the FMS AT. Let's make sure everything is good when she levels off, and then we'll get into cinematic view. You can select and then change it? Okay. Well, I'll maybe on the next one, something unpredictable. When are we getting props on the channel? Never. Every time you ask, longer to get another prop on the channel. But we did get some P180s for Jet Card, so we got some P180s at the VEC now. Which, I've had a lot of fun in that Piaggio. The Piaggio is actually a whole lot of fun to fly. Darth Russ says, for tonight's flight, I'm enjoying a Quadrant #1 Maduro, but I bought some Davidoffs for those who aren't into the dark flavors. FYI, if the light comes back on, I'm putting it out on the carpet. Alright, well, we'll keep the no smoking sign off. It's nice and smooth up here, too. You can go ahead and you can smoke and walk around there, Darth Rust. Seatbelt sign is off, 370. We're cruising at 7.3 Mach. Now the next order of business is, could we change the Mach? I guess if we trying to set a speed. You go into speed mode, but I don't want that to descend us. How did we do this last night? This is the problem with the fake auto throttle, because now I'm trying to figure out a fake auto throttle command to bug a speed faster than it's already bugged. I should not use the fake auto throttle? Well, I want to sit outside and enjoy the view. Because we should be able to do at least 7.6. What if I turn you off? I mean, there's a video. Whoa. Why are we climbing? Why the autopilot disengage? Because I bumped the yoke? Are you serious? Alright, well, she wants to climb. Let's do 390. Let's try this. Oh, dear Lord. Here we go. I touched the yoke and the autopilot disconnected. No, it wasn't the autopilot yaw damper, but let's come back 99. Should be back on there. I guess we're going to 390. All right, pre-selected altitude capture 390. Allegedly. And now she's descending. Why are we descending? What? We did not have these issues yesterday. What are we doing, man? I don't want climb high, I want climb low. 7.2 Mach in the climb. I don't think that setting is in there, Benz. I already looked. Well, that helps a lot. Autopilot control. Yeah, autopilot override is off. So I don't know what triggered it off. Now we're in a pitch mode. What is going on with this thing? So weird. Alright, let's get you back up to climb. I've got 390 in the window, right? 390. Autopilot yaw damper engaged. Climb mode. Climb 7.2. Auto throttle engaged. Climb 7.2. Power's coming up. Alright. Are we in grave danger? Something's going on, I think, with the Bruner because my autopilot disengage wasn't even working. I think when I updated the firmware, I think the binding numbers may have changed. That's why my outside view button wouldn't change. Mr. Rondazzo says your pitch modes for climb high, climb low, or climb and climb high is 267 or 80 Mach. Yep, I was aware of that. That's awesome. He also says should be PSA in level flight. Then you can use descent mode of 80 until 18, and then 2,000 feet a minute until 5,000 feet, then 1,000 feet per minute. Descent mode will protect your 10-250 as well. Okay, so we're going to use descent mode with the 80 330 target until 18, and then 2,000 feet a minute until 5,000, then 1,000 feet a minute. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Mr. Rondazzo. That'll work out for us in the descent. I was just wondering why. Oh, is it because the VNAV out, the cruise altitude is off in here? I was wondering if that might have given it an issue. 38 for 39. She's struggling to get up here at this altitude. She's struggling. I think I have got that unbound. I thought it was a broken hat switch. Well, the hat switch is fine, but the push button on my hat switch is my outside view normally. But the sim wasn't picking it up, Vodka. Like when I pressed down that POV hat, it wasn't picking up the button input, which is weird. Let's just see if we can make sure we level off here without killing anybody. See, it's descending. I don't think we can make 39. We might be too heavy. Well, more than one way to skin a cat. Vertical speed. Any idea if they modeled the 1C or 1D engines? Whatever the weaker ones are. So C, I think the C's. Whatever the weaker ones are, Mr. Rondazzo, I believe is what we got. Because it becomes a dog here at 37. Mr. Rondazzo says the 1C motor won't get you up that high until you are lighter. May I introduce you to my little friend called Vertical Speed? Yeah, I think Rondazzo's. I think we've got it. We can't get up there. We can't get up there. So back. At least we're not over the mountains of Colombia. All right, let's go ahead and go back down to 35. How's that sound? Let's go 350. Let's come down here. Let's go data. Let's reset this to be flight level 35,000 feet. Okay, enter. 35,000 feet. We're in pitch mode. Climbing. We don't want that. Let me just go vertical speed again, and let's go down. Can we go vertical speed down, please? Down. Anytime now, you could go down. That would be great. Thank you. If you could pitch down, that would be great. Thank you. Why are we not pitching down? Are we like on the about to fall out the back end of this? We might be on the back end of our like on the verge of stalling. Either that or Vodka's force feedback profile is completely screwed with the trim because it's not doing what it was doing yesterday. Let me see if it's a profile issue by disconnecting the Bruner, and if that's it, then I know Vodka is the problem. Alright, Bruner is disconnected. Why is our vertical speed? Why are we still climbing? Go down. It's not even pitching down. What is going on? Autopilot kicked off again. I think it's a Bruner issue. Vodka's got a weird profiles thing going on here. That's why I should never update firmware. Now we're doing 6,000 feet a minute to 35,000 feet. It's like it doesn't have enough trim range. Perhaps, maybe, Vodka. Alright, well, we're back to 8.0. Okay. We're back to 8.0 Mach. I don't know why it decided to level off 100 feet high, but it's good enough for me. See, I didn't have any. I think this all has to do with Bruner. It's all niche hardware problems because it's doing weird things, and it's my first flight. I normally never do a first flight without doing a test with the new software profile. Anyway, we got it under control now. Yeah, Vodka, I think you need to actually start flying the airplane before you make profiles for it. I'm going back to my old firmware. I don't have the yoke you do, and I was having the same issues today. I don't know if something broke or what. Really? Well, that's strange, because yesterday we didn't have any issues. So, I don't know. Oh, that's a bad noise. Oh, now we're leveling. Okay. Maybe I should keep the yoke present so I know what's happening here. She's not holding altitude very good. We're definitely having some issues. Maybe the rough landing did some actual damage. Let me see if I can pull on the yoke a little bit. Something's backwards, dude. Look at this. Something is so backwards. Okay, watch my yoke and watch the yoke in the airplane. I'm going to pull back on the yoke. Yoke is going forward. That is bizarre. Yeah, the autopilot's engaged. If I push forward, yoke comes aft. They're inverted, dude. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh no, it's still backwards. What the heck? You set up 35,000, not 36,000? Yeah, oh yeah, I did set 35,000. Okay, that's fine. But still, look. What? Why would my yoke be backwards? It's inverted. I push forward, yoke comes aft. But the airplane goes down. I'm wishing we'd brought that parachute now. Prodigus, what yoke do you have? Do you have a 4-seat yoke? The 727 always gave me problems with the autopilot too, but I had zero autopilot problems. Do I have an inverted axis in CLS? Let me check. Let's roll. Let's see. No, roll doesn't talk. Roll doesn't move while the autopilot's on. Let me try with the autopilot off though. But you didn't bind the autopilot disconnect switch? My gosh, what kind of profile is this? Autopilot off. Well, see, autopilot off. It's correct. Autopilot on. No, I don't have any axes bound. So remember, there's no physical axis bound in Microsoft Flight Sim. It's all bound through software. This might be a bad idea, but I'm going to switch profiles. Let's see what happens. Hang tight. Everything might get crazy. Autopilot disconnected. Yeah. Re-engage. I don't know. Autopilot inputs opposite input to cancel out your input. Maybe that's what it is, Tyson. Who's got the holy water? Mr. Runtas, did you bring any holy water? We're going to need a little extra. All right, so it's canceling. That's what it is. It's the autopilot fighting against me fighting it. Okay. Whatever. It seems to be fine now. Let's see if it'll actually level off at 35,000 feet. What's up, 501 Aviator? When are we supposed to start down? Do you guys know? – 5% on my EFB, then I got to declare an emergency. We're supposed to cross Murphy 10 and 250. All right, so VNAV. Data. No. Where do I find my flight plan list again, though? Like this list. Oh, Murphy, we didn't load the star again because we reloaded the flight plan. Golly, we got... 28 right. ILS 28 right. Take it off the tow list. Select. Where's the waypoints? There we go. Tow list at 7,000 or above. But I need to modify that. Can I modify any of these? Yes, modify. I want to make it. Screw it, we'll do it the old school way. Direct tolless. How far are we? 133 miles. We got to cross tolless at 7,000. So 35,000 feet minus 7,000, 28 times 3 is 84, 90. Let's say 100 miles. So in 30 miles, we'll start down. At 100 miles, we'll start down. So 30 miles, we'll start down. Oh my god, is that the old Wolfsburg GNS XLS? We get that every year in the sim for recurring. It's like going back in time and navigating with a string and a compass. Mr. Rondazzo, I would rather navigate with a string and a compass than this freaking GNS box, dude. It's such a pain. It's such a pain. 28 right and a tailwind. The winds were 300 the last I checked. Did it change? Now the winds are 100 at 7. 110 at 7. So they shifted around. Great. Now we got to change the stupid box again. Approaches 10 right. Fly direct XYZ. Me, how? Are you guys, do Do you have a Pro, what is it? Was it Proline 4, then Proline 21? Do you have one of those options? Because wasn't it EFIS 86, and then Proline 4, and then Proline 21 for the 50s? All right, we'll plan for the ILS Yankee 10 right, and we'll go off Renal. So, Godspeed, we got to go back into this box here again. Okay, so back to flight plan, approach, runway, we need to change you to, let's just erase that. Oh, that's going to get rid of our, no, it told us, hey, it kept the active waypoint, that's good. That kept the active waypoint. All right, approach, ILS 10 right is what we need now. 10 right, ILS Yankee, not the high Zulu, right? Because the high Zulu, yeah, we're going to do the ILS Yankee to 10 right. Yankee to 10 right, and Renal transition. Select, direct, Renal. Direct to Renal in the turn. Let's do some more math. I think we can still do Renal at 7 or 6. 6 is the minimum. Jimmy is the initial at 6. So, oh, we're actually contrailing in the contrail. Look at that. Contrailing in the contrail Falcon 50. We have a UNS-1 FW. It's the full CPDLC fans A, etc. Cross between Airbus and Boeing boxes. Really capable. Interesting. With CPDLC, man, that's pretty sweet. Fancy. I'd prefer a UNS-1 over this, for sure. All right, so we're direct to Renal, much closer now though, 70 miles out. So set 7,000. 7,000 is pre-selected. Descent speed. So descent 80 Mach, it's smooth. Nose is coming down. Down we go. All right. We're doing proper things. Let's set up the rest of the airplane. 111.1 and 102 is the final approach course. So 111.1. Be easier if I just do this. 111. Oh yeah, 111.1. And flip you 111.1. Set 111 once and twice. Final approach course will be 102, which should auto, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we're in FMS. We'll leave you as is. But we'll bring up our bearing pointers for nav 1. Why are we not descending? Because you got to bring the power back. Minimums we're not going to set because it is impossible to set the minimums in the Falcon 50. 3036. It would take about 15 years to set that. So we'll set the decision height of 200. Decision height 200 is set. It only goes to 990. Oh, really? Really? It only goes to 990. The DA only goes to for the box. Interesting. All right, let's bring up a descent checklist here. Descent. Cockpit door open. ATIS. We've got cabin altitude controller. We did not set. We did not set that at all. Field elevation 3,000. 2,800 actually. Everything's looking good. All right, 2,800 set. Continue. Anti-ice not required. N1 speed. In TAT limits, use air brake. In minus 30 is 78, else it's 73%. Let's use 78. Until I can find where the TAT's readout is. Alright, fuel cross feeds are closed. Altimeters will get that. Landing computations will do that. Approach brief. Radio altimeter is set. And then we got the below 10 lights. All right. Excellent. All right, let's sync up our landing weight here. Let's flip this over. Approach. Falcon 50. Sync bugs. 29.1. Slats 48, VAP 119. Basically, we need to be at 125 in this thing, or it will just fall out of the sky. So, 119. That is bugged right there. That looks good. TAD is middle right. -5. So, it's -5. So, 30 to 0, 78C. Check. Once we get below -5, or once we get warmer than -5, I should say, then we'll, or 0, we can bring it back a little bit more. But she's looking good. Locked in, 78%. Oh wait, it actually said 78% N1 or N2? Did it say N2? N1 speed, okay. Down we go. Landed 5 Victor Charlie back at LSGG. She's based at Burbank and basically lives in Geneva now. Should we shift her there permanently? Maybe, we'll see. 5 Victor Golf, what's that, a guppy? Yeah, that's a 7.3, huh? I think people like flying her back and forth. I might keep it as is. Because you keep flying it towards... you keep trying to bring it back to Burbank, or from Geneva. It's getting a lot of flight time. That's good. I'm going to try the old school. Oh, VC, not Victor Charlie. Oh, okay, VC. Yeah, yeah. Oh, so a citation. I got you. The 10. Alright, it's plus 3C. We could go all the way back to 73. It'd be nice to have that placard somewhere. And one's coming down to 73%. So now we're 300 on the speed. We're looking good. Boise traffic, Prestige 496, about, correction, 469. We're about 25 miles to the southwest. Setting up for the ILS, so runway 10 right. Coming in off the Reno transition, Boise traffic. All right, out of 18,000 feet, get the current altimeter. Last I checked, it was 2984. 2984 set once.
Boise traffic,
Not
Prestige
twice,
249
not
is
twice.
about 50 miles to the northwest of the
276
field,
according to
setting up for the ILS 10 right.
He's northwest of the field. How the heck did he get up there? Confirm Barrow? Confirmed. We'll hit the turn at Reno and then be inbound. Now, that actually is going to set us up for a procedure turn, which I don't like. So we'll probably go direct to Eolbe to join the final. Eolbe. We'll see what it looks like here in a minute. All right, getting ready to go through some potential icing situations. So let's get engine 1, 2, and 3 NIs on. Ultra, Walter Robbins. My clouds are ultra. Started training for a new pipeline job. Got 36 hours. The last 7 days, been fun flying. Nice, Rex Royce. Very cool, man. What do you fly in pipeline? iFly versus PMDG? PMDG, man. I want to love the iFly. It's gotten much better. Especially with the SP1 update, it's gotten much better. But as far as accuracy to the real thing, it's kind of hard to beat the PMDG. But if you just want to fly A to B in the max, I mean, it's gonna be fine. Your A to B flying in the max is gonna be representative of an A to B flight in a real max. All right, there's Renal. We're in the turn. Now, it should honor. Yeah, it's gonna honor the 250 at 10, just like Rondazzo said. Check this out. It's almost like he knows what he's talking about. Very cool. Gosh, I love this paint job. Something about the 3 tones of gray and white. In Midland, Texas, 100 plus every day. Brutal for my Wisconsin skin. A 172. Man, out there in Midland. Yeah, it's toasty, man. Oh yeah, I remember you checking in the other what, a couple weeks ago or a week ago, man. Yeah. Enjoy the Midland summer heat, my friend. I used to fly a lot of cargo in the Midland. It's weird. You'd be flying out over West Texas, nothing out there, and you land at Midland. There's 5 G650s on the ramp. A lot of oil money out there. A lot of oil money. Try to get that networking, Rex Royce. It's a shame. Rex Royce, have you seen, what was the name of that show, y'all? Oh my gosh. The pipeline show. The oil thing. With oh my gosh. Landman. Landman. Have you seen, thank you, Tarthus. Rex, have you, or, yeah, Rex Royce. You have not seen it? Rex Royce, before the weekend is over, it is your duty to watch Landman Series 1. Or, yeah, it's, not series, whatever. The first season, Season 1. Landman Season 1 before Monday. That is your homework. That is your homework, my friend. Air brakes are coming out to mid. We'll be down at Fort Worth in August. Would be fun to give a tour of my bird. I'll most look familiar. Mr. Rondazzo, I'd absolutely would love that. Please do let me know. Shoot me an email. Remind me in July, or in like 2 weeks. So I got a bid for my August schedule in July, but I will do whatever I can to get those days off. I would absolutely love to do that. All right, we're at 10,000 feet. Landing lights coming on. Taxi, wing, seatbelts. Whoever's smoking the cigar, time to put it out in the carpet. That's coming on. We're all set. We're out of the icing condition. 1, 3, 2 coming off. Now, I don't know what it's going to do here, but I'm not confident in what it's going to do. So we're going to do our own. We're going to do our own procedure turn, because I am lacking the confidence. So we're going into heading mode. And then we're going to fly outbound 282 here on the non-protected side of the hold. So I'm not sure what it wants to do. And then we're going to switch this around. Stow the speed brake. I need to switch course to nav 1. Excellent. And we're going to turn outbound. I have the thrust levers. You know what? It probably would have been just fine in the turn, honestly. back on the speed. Sound's coming up. I'm going to try my old school recorder on this one, not the embedded recorder. So I've got my recorder ready to go. Proceed outbound. And we already ran our landing speeds and data. That looks good. Okay. Kind of set myself up for my own pseudo opposite parallel entry. Track the opposite. Maybe you don't get reverse sensing with an HSI, so that's working correctly. We're out there 16 miles. Go out till 17 miles, we'll turn it back around. There's 17. Let's go ahead and spin it around. Opposite all the way back to rejoin. Let's start slowing up and we'll drive the slats out. There's below 200. Give it a few knots for safety purposes. Slats are coming out. Well, I'll send you dates info. We'll take you to dinner. Pilots plus free food. Guaranteed visit. Guaranteed, Mr. Randazzo. Sounds awesome, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Appreciate the invite, Bob. That's awesome. All right. We're coming around. We'll be opposite. We're at least on the protected side of the procedure turn now. We're making up procedures as we go. Let's do 160-ish here. 160-ish. Flaps coming out. Flaps 20-ish, whatever it's called. Yeah, flaps 20. Alright, in the turn to join, a little bit of power. And I want to do approach. Mode armed. The localizer is armed. Come back in a little bit more here. Let's make it 075 to join the final. We're still at 7. We need to be down at 6 too. 6. Oh no, I don't want 250. Okay, we're gonna hand fly it. Autopilot's coming off. Whoa there. Don't want to use descend mode with the flaps out because that went right to 250 knots. That was should have used vertical speed on that one. No harm, no foul. We're not going to use the flight director anymore, so we should just get rid of it. Coming up to 6,000 feet. Yaw damper to go. See, now we got a 15 knot tailwind this direction. Who the heck told me to switch to runway 10? Why would we land on 10? Brother, I was right with 280. Now we got a 15 knot tailwind. You're down. Flaps 40. High, coming up on it. Goddamn's coming off. There's our app speed, but this airplane, if you're at approach speed, it does weird things in the flare, so we're going to try to keep it a little bit fast. Try to keep it around 125-ish. It's good practice here for raw data. Alright, let's... Oh my gosh, no flight director. I wouldn't be able to do this if I was still an Airbus pilot, not having reflected. I really hope the course light is correct because I never verified it. 102. We gotta burn the gas too, a little bit heavy. Bring her in high and flare when you hear the 10 call out. Or bring her in hot and flare when you hear the 10 call out. Are there any, that's a good point for Mr. Randazzo, are there any unique or interesting attributes about landing the 50 that we could apply? Any techniques that you use in the 50 that we could apply to this 50 here in the sim? Because my landings have sucked. I had one good one, and then we pretty much crashed at Burbank. $1,000 feet stable, just a tad high, correct. Tailwind is not helping. Alright, I see the approach lights. I was definitely not cheating and looking at the patents and lining up on 10 left. I would never do such a thing. Seems like she needs a little extra juice than normal. See how I'm getting slow? Better than before. One in reverse. Stow it. Up, head over to the other ramp there. Chat, I forgot to start the recording. Are you kidding me? I never started the recording. Boise traffic, Prestige 469, crossing 10 left. I never started the recording, y'all.
Boise traffic, Prestige 249, short final, 10 right.
He's running 10 right, so we're good. Gosh, this not having my, I don't know why I can't have my external view bound to this button. That's gonna drive me nuts. We'll take a look at Montrose. I want to do Montrose, but I want to reset. I'm gonna have to rebind this. I might have to just reset the stream or just the sim. I gotta figure out why my view is not working. If I can't have that button down, I don't know how to fly. Strobes are off. I believe we're going over here to this end. Alright, let's get you on, generator on. We never unsplit the bus time, but that's cool. So we're gonna split. It seems like there's a memory leak. Really? I haven't had it. We flew it for, what, 4 hours yesterday? I had no issues. Okay, so for landing technique, Rondazzo says 70% N1 fully configured will give you VREF. At 30 feet, start bringing the throttles back to reach idle at 10 feet. Don't let the nose sink and it rolls right on. It's actually pretty easy to look like it here if you try to force it on. There's like a 727 with the gear behind the center rotation and it punishes you. Yeah. It sure punished us last night. So I think if we apply that, but we might actually need it like 80% N1 because I feel like if I go 70% N1 fully configured, we'll just fall out of the sky. But we'll try it. We'll definitely try that on this. We'll have to go into Montrose. Oh, this looks like we're supposed to go this way here. All right, somebody write that down. 70% N1. 30 feet, bring them back, idle at 10. Idle at 10 is 7-3 status, so I can do that. We can idle at 10. There's a Fed hangar over there. Did you guys see that? FAA, we're not going over there. Jackson Jet Center is where we are supposed to go. Jackson Jet Center identified, taxi light off. Yeah, 80% is where it was at, Vodka. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. It feels like you need a little bit more juice than anticipated. Should we face the glass? Blow out the windows like a startup? Taxi line? Park brake. Set. We didn't do any of our stuff up here, guys. We got to be better than that. Come on now. We didn't do any overhead setups for the descent. Oh my word. That's coming off. Those are coming off. Now we can get the APU air on. Let's open the door. Alright, let's see how we did. Real airplane has fantastic low-speed handling. The huge tail gives you great pitch control. Rest speeds in the 50 are slower than what we used to get in the old Citation. Wow. Okay, that's crazy. That's well, that's good to know. So we might have, I mean, this is good info because then we could feed this to contrails. It's a little bit heavy on the drag, it seems like. You got the PAX whistle? Yeah. Yes, indeed. All right, let's go to our trip. Let's complete the flight, see how we did here. 2:18. That's about right. Hour and 13 minutes. We're gonna try the second leg to Montrose. So that's what we have, but I'm gonna reset a couple things. I'm gonna put the Be Right Back screen up and then we'll reset for the second leg here. I'm going to try to do some binding issues. So, give me a couple minutes. We're going to rebind and refit for the second leg. Monstrous. Quick question: when on final in the 320 would you normally reset the rudder trim? On the ground before takeoff is when you reset rudder trim. Or if you're doing a single engine approach, you can reset the rudder trim at 50 feet if you want to be crazy. But I was never a fan of that because then you're getting this big yaw moment at 50 feet single engine. If you trim it out properly, trim it for 20 seconds when you lose an engine at V1. If you trim it for 20 seconds, I don't care what weight you're at, I don't care what speed you're at, I don't care what variant of the 320 you're in, trim for 20 seconds at an engine failure at V1, turn the autopilot on, fly it around the pattern, land with the trim wherever it was. When you go from flaps 20 to 48, there's a huge increase in drag. You have to bring the power up to 70% when flaps reach 48 or you'll lose your speed quickly. Okay, well, so I can definitely tell there is a huge increase in drag when we go 28 to 40. There's almost a balloon effect. Uh-oh. I hate it when I do that. Like a ballooning effect when I go to 48 as well in the sim. But we're going to have to monitor that for our next leg. We'll try to make it sure. We'll see what happens at 70% thrust on our next flight. So until then, let me throw up the Be Right Back screen. Oh, we'll hold that. Let's reset the counter here. Give me 10 minutes. We'll do it 10 minutes to reset. Then you're too fast from throwing in flaps 48. Okay, so this is good information. So are you dropping flaps 48 right at are you going to 48 right at 107 or like below 170 then, like 150, 140? Maybe that's what we're doing too. We gotta test this out. So we gotta make sure we're a little bit slower. Yeah, 175. Cool. Noted. Around 140 or so. Look at this guy parked right in front of us. Jeez. All right, we'll have to use the Toga thing to get out of here. Well, I'm going to have to reset the sim probably. So give me a couple minutes. We shall be back. And I will try to actually record the landing on the next one too. Get some tunes on. I'll mute the sim because we're going to do some stuff. And we will be back in a few. All right. Top inside here is a little bit loud. So, I've found that the Brunner yoke is not picking up control inputs in the sim, which is interesting. I've never had that happen before. So another problem that we can blame Vodka for updating my firmware. So like when I bind a button in Microsoft, it doesn't know what button to bind. So all my buttons don't exist in Microsoft, which is not optimal. Anyway, we're going to continue. We're going to do one more flight. We're going to fly down to Montrose. Hour 41 block shouldn't take that long, though. It's only 484 miles. Why would that happen, Vodka? Why? No, it's not normal. I should be able to bind buttons in the sim for Brunner. Like, I should be able to go here, and I should be able to bind buttons. Hold on. Like, I should be pressing a button, and I should see it here in the control listener so I could bind the views and stuff like that. Because the hardware gets a different ID windows when it reconnects with different firmware. Well, you're telling me problems. I don't hear solutions. So how do we fix that? Because I'm going to go back to my old firmware because I'd never had that issue before. So essentially, like I can't do pitch sync. I can't do external view. I can't do autopilot disconnect. All that good stuff. So I'm going to chunk this Brunner and get a Moza, because Brunner's garbage if you can't bind in the sim. So, no, I already rebooted, Vodka. I already rebooted, so. Anywho, we're sitting on, I realigned the INSs. We are refiling our flight plan. Let's reconnect here. Let's see. I need to file this VEC 676. Reconnect that. I see you're bringing me problems, but I need answers weekly at work. I know. Might have to run the USB cleanup. No, I'm not running USB cleanup. If it's I'm gonna get rid of it completely because I'm about done with Brunner giving us issues on little things like that. But let me pause the music here so we can get this flight plan refiled. All right, sim brief from Boise to Montrose Regional. That should be an interesting flight. 676. We're going to pre-file you. Oh, nope, not on VATSIM. Whoops. There you go. All right, that is done. We're all pretty much set to go. There we go. Flight plan is picked up. 1.01 dropped. That's for 2020, Max Jones. That's for 2020. I don't believe there's a 2024 update yet. Just pass by to remind you not to crash. Land this time. Thank you, Gus. All right. Let's program our flight plan and get out of here. Blancaleria is going to be investigating your Burbank landing last night. Ay, ay, ay. Sam, I wish a reschedule upon you. I wish a reschedule upon you, my friend. All right, instrument lights, shield lights coming up center side. We'll get all those. We should be logo and nav. It's nice and dark. Fasten seatbelts, no smoking. Rearm those. Booster pumps are off. Everything is looking good up top. Magic barrel ref set. Let's come down here. Boise to Montrose, enter. Boise, Montrose, enter. Select, enter. Select, enter. Let's see. What did they actually give us here on the flight plan? It's for 2024 too? Oh, well, you'll get the update notification. As you sure it's for 2024? Because there's a bug with the EFB. It will tell you there's an update in the EFB, but it's not actually. Wow, this is just the easiest flight plan I've ever seen. 2 directs. Okay, let's leave it then. That's it. VNAV climb. We're going up to Data, we filed 41. That ain't happening. So we're going to refile this at 350. 35,000. Enter is set. All right, VNAV stuff is done. Climb. It's going to be a heading on departure out of here. I don't know why they didn't file a SID, but that's fine by me. Oh, Contrail app shows it too? Well, is it worth doing a reboot for? That's the question. HSI mode, course line, FMS1. Let's do that like so. HSI mode. Let's fly with it like that. Out to roar. Bring back this. Give me a go around mode. Let's notify jet card that we are ready for all of the things. Our weights are loaded. That's going there. Okay, 2983. Pull this out from the reset. All the fixes are autopilot related. Wider dead zone for auto throttle disconnect event as some hardware sending micro signals tripping auto throttle. Well, I don't think that was our problem. There's our notifications from Contrail. Let me pull up this changelog real quick. Let me take a look for myself. Dev updates. A few highlights. SimBrief. Legacy. Interaction mode. Three-way switches should work correctly for 24. Tug is working. Wider dead zone for auto throttle. See full changelog attached. Nothing. Nothing that would fix our problems that we had coming in. So, we don't have any stability issues. That's nothing that would increase our flight. So, let's go ahead and fire it up. Ground, ground, ground. Boost pumps coming on. 1, 2, 3. Anti-collision to red is on. Fasten belts. Arm the emergency exit lights. Cabin lighting can come on. And let's close the door. Torque link is connected. Beacon is on. Let's go to Montrose, California. Verify we do have, yep, everything looks good there. Pre-start with APU. Not flashing if this light is blinking. Recharge. It is not blinking. Park brake. Set. Takeoff computations done. Gross weight counter. We didn't do that. But we had a problem setting that yesterday. Where's my takeoff card? Sync bugs and sync weight. 30,000. Cool. Alright, that's done. Radio's off. Radio's off? Really? Like off? Won't I lose my flight plan? We're not doing that. I'm not messing with the box again. Generator's on. Engine computer switch. Engine computer switches? Oh. Yeah, those are all on. Is down on? I think up is on. I wish it told you which one was on or off. Transfer pumps off. So those should be off. Boost pumps off. Left and right crossfit closed. Pitot heat switches off. Window heat switches off. Bleed switches. Isolation valve open. Cabin and crew bleed auto. Bag air. Anti-ice is off. Windshield wipers off. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're not going to do that whole thing. Boost pumps all three on. Down is on. 2, 3, 1. I guess you do turn the EFIS on after start, huh? Alright, well, here we go. Nobody's got time to turn all that XNS, XLS thing off again. Turn it back on. Although she's not spooling. .7, we got a hung start. Abort the start. Hold to motor. Start stop. Oh, my boost pumps are off. That's why. Boost pumps are off. Here we go. Try again. There we go. 12%. Fuel's already on. Hot start coming at you. Oh, brother. Good start. Number 2. 10, 12, fuel. I wish this had cinematic start like the Phenom. This Shift X keyboard thing is going to drive me nuts. I'm having to use the keyboard instead of my yoke for views. Fuel on. Stabilized. Bring you back over. Dome light, those are all set. That's all set. We're going to go 1, 2, and 3 up there for takeoff before we forget. Transfer pumps off. On. Yeah, on. Ignition's on. Flaps, mock trim. Flap slats 20. Flight controls free and correct. Trim is set. Taxi lights coming on. APU's coming down. Boise traffic. Prestige 676 taxi 10 left. Brakes released. Let's go.
Boise traffic, Prestige 346, taxi 10 left.
Why are we not moving? Phantom chocks. There we go. least the weather cleared up. Where is the brake selector? What do you mean brake selector? Park brake here. Park brake pressure pump light here. Do you mean the... No auto brake in this thing, surely. Turn that shield light up a little bit. Alright, pitos to go, clear left. Coming right. It talks about set brake selector to 1. Oh. Down here, like the normal? Oh, that's static air source. No, that's not it. A park brake selector? Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe there's an emergency brake somewhere. Not sure. It's on the hydraulic panel opposite the standby pump. Oh, right here. Oh, I didn't even know you could move it. Yeah, brake is on 1. That's one thing. I think that's what the update talks about in the Contrail update that just came out. It says that it's fixed. Those like interactions are fixed. So that's your switch. That's what you're looking for, man, right here. Brake selector 1, lights out, start, air start, ignition, transponder, flaps, runway air brakes, trim speeds, pitot heat, warning panel, anti-collision light. Let's get all those. Here's 10 left. Pitot heats. Yeah, we need the interactions back. Boise traffic, Prestige 676, departing 10 left straight out. Uh-oh. That was interesting. Big stutter there. Alright, sync the heading of bug. What? Hold on. What is this? Profile that you've got, vodka. Leave that like so. I'm gonna go back to my profile. Here we go. Spool them up. Yeah, something with vodka's Falcon profile is not very good. All right, let's go. Set takeoff thrust. Takeoff thrust is set.
Here's speed alive. 80 knots. 1.
Boise traffic, Prestige 346, lining up runway 10 left.
Positive rate. Gear up. Flaps. Up, slats, yaw damper. 400 feet. Nav. 1,000 feet. Climb. Let's do climb high. 250. Slats clean. wish it was louder outside for sure. I'm going to leave my yoke visible because I want to see what's happening. Here comes 250.
Boise traffic, Prestige 123, taxiing runway 10 left. We're gonna hold short here at Alpha, or at Gulf rather. Yeah, hold short at Gulf.
Climb thrust. Should have set that a while ago.
Boise traffic, Prestige 246, departing runway 10 left.
98.1. Get number 3 up here a little bit. 98.1 is set. Beautiful. Locked in. If only I could bind my views to my yoke, it would be perfect. Man, what a pretty takeoff with the rain shafts around here. We're pretty much straight out all the way. Let's make sure the autopilot's working. Autopilot engaged.
Running up runway 10 left at Gulf.
We're going for 300 knots. Now it shouldn't descend, right? It should just level at the very least, get up to 300. We're at 10,000, landing lights off, taxi lights, wing lights can come off. We're gonna go, those transfers will stay on. We'll go ground, start, off, 1, 2, 3. Possible icing condition, engine and ice 1, 2, and 3 coming on. Do we have Morris on the audio? I mean, the audio is pretty good. There is some holes in it, like the external really is the biggest one. Well, I don't even know. The APU is pretty good. But the engine, like when you go outside, could be louder, right? The sounds actually aren't that bad, I'll be honest with you. I've never been on a 50, but it seems pretty believable. I honestly like that the Falcon doesn't take off like a bat out of hell. Yeah, it's much more controllable than the Sovereign Plus. That Sovereign Plus, man, is insanity. We might get a Falcon breakout here. This will be pretty sweet. Let's lock it in for a Falcon breakout.
Boise traffic, Prestige 123 is rolling runway 10 left, please.
Text the wife back there. I'm sure I wasn't going to make it for dinner. Ooh, a little bit of ice on the windscreen there. Water's in the house. What's going on, Water? How you doing, bud? Look at that cloud up top there. That's weird looking. Do we have visible airframe icing on this thing or not? Go ahead and go norm on the airframe just in case until we get out of here. To my knowledge, the window heat's on, so I wonder why we're getting ice with it. Yeah, the interior sounds are good. Long haul flyer. I don't really have any sound gripes, if I've been honest. I'm actually really liking it. I need to dial in this niche hardware, man. So like when you update, did a firmware update and it really changed a whole lot of stuff. So now, you know, naturally, there's any issues with it. All right, we're out of 18,000. 2992 is set across the board. Lead overheat. Oh, shoot. Because it's too hot? Thrust is also over temperature. Alright, FMS auto throttle is on. 300 in the climb out. We're climbing up to 3. We never set it out. So shoot. Now it's gonna level. Don't level. Now I went to climb 260. Massive wind shift there, 50 knots now on the crosswind. Alright, seatbelts, no smoking is off. We'll just chill out as we climb out of here. Take a look at the other jet cardigans. It's getting hot in my HQ, I can tell you guys that much. Goodness. Get a little vibe stash. That'll put me to sleep. Changing my cruise altitude and jet card, 35,000. Take a look at our company fleet here, where you guys monitor. Let's see. Turn this down. That down. Want to see how many Falcons are booked. Wow. Everyone's flying Falcons. All 13 of them. That's an unlucky number. I think we need more Falcons. I think we need at least 2 more Falcons. We'll have to get 2 more Falcons in cruise. How are we looking on pilots? We got 214 pilots, 115 aircraft. Truck and Dad, where are you at? 2985 rep. Where's FXE? Jason Friedland, I see you. If you're doing some hiring, I reapplied. We are hiring. Where would you like to be based, sir? Oh, Fort Lauderdale exec? Oh, sorry, I just based you in Steamboat Springs, Truck and Dad. Jason Friedland, I see you here on the new app list. Where would you like to be based, sir? PHF. Teterboro, Burbank. Let's plunge you up to Teterboro with Bill's Mafia. Got 2 new guys on board. Welcome aboard. 216 pilots now. So we're climbing on out. Everything's looking good. Climbing to 350. Beautiful. I love this Falcon view right here. Falcon view. Rondazzo says, what I positively love about this airplane, real life, is that we can take a full load of fuel, passengers off a 4,000 foot runway and go coast to coast. Then we can land on a 3,500 foot runway on the other end. I mean, that is pretty incredible. That is pretty incredible. It's funny, I was watching, you know, because I'm watching Falcon 50 videos everywhere now. It's in the YouTube algorithm. And I watched one last night for someone who would be in the market for buying a Falcon 50 or a Citation 10. So there was a compare video between, you know, what aircraft is right for you, comparing the 50 with the 10. The 10 is faster, but you also burn a lot more gas, which I thought was interesting. But then the maintenance cost, though, is higher in the 50. But it's pretty neat, man. And then, you've probably seen this, Rondazzo, but there's a video. I was watching, like, high-speed Mach and aerodynamics video and stuff, and there's a video from Falcon. Man, it must have been recorded in the mid-90s, maybe even earlier than that. And as a demonstration, they take a Falcon 50. They go past the barber pole. I think they go to, like, 9.0 Mach in a dive, and then they do a 2G pull-up and roll the airplane around. They're just demonstrating that Falcon is built like a tank. I'm just like, oh my goodness. But it was a pretty cool video. Mickey G is in the house. What's up, my man? Good to see you. According to FBO Manager, I know Citation 10s live in the shop more than they fly. Oh, really? I mean, I think Tri-Jet takes the cake no matter what. I think if I had to pick a corporate jet that was not a Tri-Jet, I'd go Citation 10. Those are probably my two favorite. Any Tri-Jet Falcon, and then the Citation 10. If it's a 2-engine corporate jet, I think the best 2-engine corporate jet is the Citation 10. Only thing my airplane needs is 500 nautical miles more range. Yeah. And then if it had that, only 500 more nautical miles. Well, you know, the Falcon 8X is pretty sweet. I wonder what the 8X range is. Because what's the X-plane Falcon? Is that an 8X that's coming out from Aerobasque? Let me see. Falcon 8X. Falcon 8X, 6,500 nautical miles. Holy. Yeah, the 50, according to Google, can do 3,000 nautical miles. Dang, the 8X has double the range of a 50. That's crazy. Mach 9.0. I think, you know what I think PMDG needs? After the extremely successful internet-breaking release of the upcoming 7.4 Classic, I think y'all should buy a Falcon 8X. I think you guys should get an 8X. All right, 34 for 35. We're at least going to level off, I think, this time. I think autopilot's working. We might have had a gremlin in the system there. The 8X is basically spec for spec equivalent to the Global 6500. Really long-haul flyer. Now, the only thing I don't like about the 8X is, isn't the throttle quadrant one throttle? Let me see. Yeah, the 8X cockpit grosses me out. Isn't that sad? I would have a 50 over an 8X just because of the cockpit layout. Well, they have 3 throttles on this one. Which one has the single throttle? The 10X? No? Maybe it's the 10X with a single throttle. Honestly, I think PMDG has done it right, though. Based on avionics alone, Falcon 50s, GOAT. We don't need any more Garmin screens. All right, we're level at 350, 7.3 Mach. But I want to go faster than that, so I want to go auto throttle. See, why can't I should be able, let's just try this. Let's just try this. I'm going to select speed, and then it's going to freak out. Yeah, see, it's going to freak out. That's okay, we're in a Falcon. 2G pull out above red line. So it doesn't do what I want it to do. I want to be able to be in level flight. Do you guys see what I'm trying to do? I want to be in level flight at altitude hold, pre-selected altitude, and I want to increase my speed, my target speed number. Now it's in pitch mode. Shoot. And now we're going above 350. Okay, we're going to 3.7, back to climb high, back to FMS auto throttle. So that's the that's my gripe, is when you're in level flight with the fake auto throttle, you can't change the selected speed value. Defaults to like 7.2. And now we're going to struggle to even get to, we have to go to climb low. Not pitch, climb, regular. And then we got to change our cruise altitude, 37,000 feet. There's our 1,000 to go. We'll change that in jet card too. I'm not sure if it makes a difference, but once we get to 37, we start hearing the noise again. On the 1C engine, set max thrust at 865C. That will get you the speed. All right. We'll try that. We're going to let it level and its climb out here. How do we know? Is there a way to tell what engine? Do we confirm that we have the C's? I wish we knew. Because $865 will put us out of the green, won't it? But I mean, we're already pushing it. Yeah, you have the C there, gasping for air. Okay. All right, we're at 370. Okay, so let's try this. Let's go fake auto throttle off. Let me see what I could set here. I'm just curious if I can get 865. Ben Crosby, welcome to Commercial Pilot, my friend. Welcome on board, man. Just having some fun falconing around tonight. You know what? There's a tiny bit of throttle. The micro inputs, I see that. All right, 865C. We are cooking. Okay, well, it's not in the green and it's not at the red, so I'm going to take Randazzo's word for it that we're not going to blow our engines up. Now we're getting some speed. Hey, I watched the Falcon overspeed video. I'm not concerned about the overspeed alarm. I gotta find this video. Have you guys seen it? Hold on. I just want to show you. Let's see here. It actually helped me go to sleep last night when I was up for 40 hours. Hazards of mock flight. I think that was it. Yeah. Okay, you guys gotta watch this. This is too cool. I don't think I'll get a copyright strike 'cause this was like... I don't know when they recorded this. Let's pause the music.
Controllability.
Hold on, don't do that. Watch this. Hold on. Steady as a... Look at the speed. They're doing 9.4. They're doing 9.4 Mach. This is too much, man. All right, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Let me turn the sim down even more.
Mach 8.4, 8.5. There's our Mach warning limit. At 8.65, we'll continue to accelerate. We're at Mach 9.0. We still have no buzz, no vibration.
That's because I learned
Certainly no problem to fly the aircraft.
ailerons are tubular. It's like a tubular steel. There's no cables. Look at that. Look at that. It looks like he's in Microsoft Flight Sim. 45 degrees of bank. He's doing 9.4 Mach in the actual airplane.
We'll continue to accelerate.
Look at this guy.
And now we're flying at 9.4, 9.5.
Mr. Rondazzo, did you do this in your plane?
9.7.
9.7. Then watch. Then watch. Then watch
Go
this.
ahead and trim hands
This is a
off
50.
and see no problem.
Dude,
Steady as a rock.
Folkwa would have a
Even our
field day
true
with this.
airspeed now is 520 knots.
They're not done. Watch this 2G pull up.
We can do a 2G pull-up.
It's-
Even at 9.1 when we finish with the pull-up. We can use our speed brakes to decelerate.
and you can use the speed brake. I learned too. You can use the speed brake even above MMO, which is pretty crazy.
If you take it, we'll decelerate now and get back to our normal cruise envelope.
That feels like sweating. Isn't that insane? I mean, I'm sold. I'm sold. Buying a Falcon. The Siva and the 50. Could you imagine having a Siva? I would, you know what? I hope maybe Lars will come up with a mod. Look at that. We're actually getting speeds. So Rondazza said, yeah, we have the 3D on ours. We use MCTs of 885 to climb, 865 to cruise, and 8.2. When it exceeds 8.2, we climb the next highest level. Do that up to 40, 41. Then we keep reducing power to maintain 8.2. So right now we're doing 8.3, so we could go up to 38. What do you climb? Would you speed hold it then? Just do a speed hold at 8.2? But see, I can't change my speed knob. See, now I'm in pitch mode. I don't want pitch. Let's go 3.8. Let's go 3.7 vertical speed. Let's try this. Vertical speed. 500. .865 on the temps. It holds whatever speed you engage it at. No, that's not technically long haul flyer. No, the speed climb mode has two modes. It'll target 250 or 260 above 10, or 250 and 300. above 10. Those are your speed climb modes. They really want to break that sound barrier. But yeah, could you imagine this airplane with a SIVA and a just all-round gauge? That would be sweet. I would rather have that, honestly, than any of the FSS box. But look, we're real Falcon pilots, guys. We are flying the Falcon. Like, man, we should have been. Oh, I should have loaded the PMDG livery for this. All right. Well, when PMDG comes to Fort Worth, I'll fly. I'll have to fly your flight in on stream in the 50. Akito S is 410. 45 nautical miles from the approach fix. Crocs at 8,000. Okay, Falcon, don't care. That's awesome. So here we go. We're going to level. So here it's going to level at 37. No, it's not. Did we select 37? 38? No. Yeah, 37. It's going to level. It should. It should. It's not. Okay. Interesting. 39. There's 1,000 to go. Pre-selected altitude is armed. Auto throttle has two modes. The fake auto throttle has two modes. One in climb, he keeps MCT, right? And two in cruise, keeps the speed in the moment how he was activated. So, but if you activate it in the climb, Pata. So like if, say you're doing the high speed climb, right? 300. And then it transitions to 80. Will it then hold 80? If you don't touch anything when it levels off? Now this, I mean, we should kill that. We're 390, pre-selected altitude 390, vertical speed 500. Still holding 8.1 here. She should level. Yeah, I think it's going to level. PSA cap. There we go. The last speed how it was before end of climb. Okay. I got you, Pata. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we're PSA cap 390. Let's put our data on ground speed 455. Altitude hold. So we're gonna just keep our 865. Oh, I see, Pata. Just turn off the speed. Okay, that's what I was doing wrong. I was putting into it because what I was doing was putting it into a pitch mode, and then I was having to recover. So I should have just turned off the FO auto throttle, set my thrust to accelerate, and then when I hit the speed I wanted to, just hit it again. I got you. I got you. Okay, we're learning. We're learning. See? But now I want to keep going. I want to go to 40. So Randazzo says we're 8.2 Mach. 865. Pull number 2 and 3 back 1 degree if I can. We'll let it accelerate. We'll see if we can get to 40 even. We burned a lot of gas. So I don't know. What is our gross? We're 28.6. What is the max altitude at 28.6? As you wish, it's a Falcon. Try 94. Pato, we just watched a video of the real Falcon guys going into like a Mach dive at 9.6 Mach. And then they just roll 40 degrees of bank, no problem. Hey, stop that climbing. I know, might be getting a little chop here. We might be stuck at 39. I don't know if we'll reach 40. She's really struggling to get above 82. Oh, I know this playlist. I don't like this song. We're going to skip this one. Well, she seems pretty happy. I'm just going to fix 1 and 3 just a hair if I can. Perfect. All right. Well, we're cooking. I'm doing 466 over the ground. 35 minutes to Montrose. Let's go outside, shall we? A contrail in the contrail. I picked up the Starship for a VEC trip. Such a fun plane. D-Doom. Yeah, the Starship is great, man. The Starship is a truly a great turboprop. Great rendition from Black Square. Is the 50 really that tough? Built like a Russian brick? Yeah, when you used to build fighter jets, what is it, the Raphael and there's another one. It's not Dassault. It's like, what, Dassault? Is how they... Dassault? There's a reason why most Falcons got upgraded to 3D engine, just a better thrust producer all around. Nice. Yeah, the Mirage. Duh. Yeah, the Mirage. Falcon 20 and 50-50EX is very know by how stupid strong so Ryanair proof airframe. Yeah. I love it, man. I'm learning its quirks. My niche hardware has been the biggest hiccup for me. But we're getting there. We're getting it dialed in. Yeah, we tested it last night. Dassault. Yeah, Dassault. Speaking of Dassault, yeah, we're looking good in here. Let's head back. Seatbelt sign is off. We got ourselves a Royal Brewer. Let's get our table out. Should we do some jet card work here? Enjoy my Falcon seat. Wow, we're halfway there. The weather's clearing out of Montrose. Ooh. Oh, I thought he was going. I thought Benny was going to Montrose. It looks like Benny, I thought he was going into Montrose. There's a Falcon going to Las Vegas. Ooh, that's a fun flight. Man, look at this little weather system here. What was water in? Water's flying Detroit to Teterboro, huh? A lot of open airframes. All the Falcons. We're going to get a couple more. Let's see. Where do we need to put our Falcons? So, we got 2 in Burbank, 2 in Teterboro, 1 in Medellin, 1 in Geneva, 2 in Geneva, 3 in Steamboat Springs. So we need 1 more in Key West. We got 2 in Key West, and we need... Because how many do we have? We have 13. We need 2 more. So we need 1 in Key West and 1 in Medellin. That's what we need to do. So let's pick up 2 more. Because look at all the new airports we have in Colombia now. Look at all this. We got a lot of new airports in Colombia. I might actually open a Pasto base. We might have to open a Pasto base. We've completed our West Coast growth plan. So our West Coast, let me move this over here so you can at least see the wing as we sit at the table here. It's a better view. So our West Coast expansion is complete. We've got 3 bases over here. We've got our Montrose, or excuse me, Steamboat Springs base. We're gonna need something in Mexico. I don't know yet, but we got to start building the South America plans now. So let's get the 2. We need 2 more Falcons. We're going to lease some short term. We're a 1-4 Victor Fox. And you're going to Medellin. Alright. And we'll AI ferry that one to Medellin. Where are they coming out of, actually? Paris, France. Yeah, so we're going to AI ferry this one to Medellin. Alright, so we've got 2 in Medellin, and we need 2 in Key West, right? So we've got 1, 2. Let's get 1 more in Key West. So, aircraft market. Short term. Number 15 Victor Fox. You're going to Key West. The Falcon 50 belongs in South America. I know it, Mickey G. I know it. I think we have to. I think we should have 1 Falcon 50 with the pmdg livery and base it in Pasto. That's where we didn't end well for us. But we'll put a special 50 in Pasto. Let's see, we got to ferry this one out to Key West. $17,000 to get it over there. All right, so we've got 15 Falcons on the fleet type now. Phenoms are dropping off. Popularity. How many Phenoms do we have? 19? Just means we need more pilots. Trying to keep it close to a 2-to-1. You can see here now we're 215 to 117, so 230 would be a 2-to-1 ratio. So we do need a few more pilots. Let's see who's. Let's get some hiring here. What do we got? Falcon 50 release day hiring spree. Do we have anybody over 60? Oh, anytime I see a Euro, I automatically hire them and put them in Geneva. So, Samuel Pickford, welcome aboard, sir. Enjoy Geneva. Do we have any reps over 60? Rep of 0, Caden Smith, my man. Caden Smith, you need to come explain yourself. Your J-Phone is real life. Thanks for the $3 super chat, AJ. Yeah, 48 messages. Alright, nobody over 60. Do we have any more Euros that are applying that we can throw? We have this guy. He's done no flights. Riles Betteridge? He's done no flights. I don't know if we should hire him. I don't think he's very active. Should we hire him? Screw it. He's a Euro. Let's throw him up over there in Geneva. Is this our mark? Surely it's not our mark. 60 rep. Benjamin Crosby. Benjamin Crosby, are you in the chat? Because you have 50 flights and 50 hours and 28 flights with 0 rep. That tells me you probably did you bankrupt your company to apply for V1 exec? Phase 1, that's not you? Yeah, Mickey G, it starts at 40. But what I'm thinking is this guy probably dissolved his company, went bankrupt to get hired at VEC. Should we hire him, chat? Should we hire Benjamin Crosby? He's got 50 hours in jet card, 28 flights. He's obviously experienced, and he wants to go to New York. I think we should hire him. Let's throw him in Teterboro. He can live in a cardboard box. Yeah, let him in. I think he's dissolved his company to work for us. Welcome aboard. Brings us up to 217 with 8 bases. So yeah, we've got the Golden Triangle. Don't forget, oh, is anybody in the Piaggios? Dude, the Piaggios, no one is flying the Avantis. Are you kidding me? I just bought them today. We have the liveries in the livery locker. The Avantis are fun, man. The Avantis are a lot of fun. All right. We have our West Coast expansion is complete. So we've got 1, 2, 3, a center point base here. And are this where all your planes are? Hold on. So the blue dots are where the planes are? I just noticed that. That's crazy. What is this guy doing up here? There's a Falcon up in Canada already? Who flew this up here already? Ah. There's a Citation 10 in Liberia? No. Where's this? Abidjan? We got some aircraft spread out over Europe. We got a Challenger in New Zealand. That had to be Flix. I didn't know the blue dots was your fleet. That is cool. But yeah, we've got a lot more airports in Colombia. So now what we need to do, we need to focus on the Central and South America expansion. I would love to open, let me just look at the airport's map. I would love to open a Mexico City base. It's just the airport is an airliner airport. I don't really want to have a Mexico City base per se, but maybe we should. Maybe Mexico City should be our one like airliner base. Because from Mexico City, then you can go anywhere. You can hit Key West, hit our Medellin base. Toluca? Is there a good scenery for Toluca? Here's Toluca. 2.8 charter weight. We could definitely do Toluca. We could definitely do Toluca. That would be a cool base. But do we have a good scenery? So I don't know yet, but I would like a base there. And then I would like a base in Honduras, actually. That would be kind of fun. Tegucigalpa. There's not a whole lot of flying, though. Could do Costa Rica, Liberia. If we had a good Liberia scenery, I'd open a Liberia base today. Liberia is awesome. I think we got to do Pasto. Guayaquil, Quito. I think we got to do the Pasto base. But that's pretty close to Medellin. I don't know. Punta Cana. We could do Punta Cana too. But our presence is growing. We're looking good. How are we looking at the leaderboard? We've done 500 more flights than Monarch. This is just an airliner doing airline things. Look at these guys. Talk about grinding as an airliner. They're literally just flying airliner stuff to make revenue. Hopefully they'll run out of money. But we're sitting steady in the number 2 spot, 100 rep all the way up the leaderboard. These guys are doing pretty good. 65 mil, 249 flight. They must have a lot of airliners though. Because if you go to the company or job board, and let's just filter by pilots. Yeah, look at this. What do they have? Look at this fleet. Airbuses, Boeings, 777s. It's literally, you're just flying free flight with a third-party app at that point. 50% pay. Can't wait till they go bankrupt. I think we got a pretty good fleet lineup. 10s, Falcons, Phenoms. You guys will get back pay, though, I promise. When we take over the number 1 spot, you'll get back pay. Just negotiate it with your contract. Alright, let's pay attention, see where we're at. Let's get back up here. 18 miles out, we probably need to start down. 18 minutes out, rather. My iPad is dead, so... Is there a visual approach procedure for Montrose? Hate using this app. Now that I've been using the Navigraph app on my actual iPad, it's way better. Those stutters. I like that it runs free from the sim. Alright, 210 at 10, gust 18. So we're going to land 17. 40-degree crosswind, ILS 17, straight in. Ooh, it's got an arc. That's scary. Let's take it off of Hakui. Hakui. Alright, let's see if we can figure this out. Nav. Flight plan, page 2. Approach. Runway 17. ILS. Hakui. Enter. Select. Direct. To Hakui. I see you turning on me up there. Direct to Hakui. Enter. Well, we're going direct to Hakui. 111.3. 111.3, 111.3, tuned in both sides. 5908, so we'll just leave it at a 200 DH. DH is set. What's the latest meter? Altimeter 2995. I'll set the standby. Hakui is a feeder out 9400, no PT. Let's set 10,000. You could change to dual Q, yeah, but a lot of the Falcons I see have this single pointed Q. I don't think I've seen one with the dual Q. All right, 10 is set. Descend mode. Power's coming back. Music's coming down. Sound's coming up. Let's finish this. Technically, we're supposed to go to steamboat. I don't know if we're going to make it all the way to steamboat. Let's see. We don't even have 200 likes. Super mid. All right. Power's coming back. Autopilot? No, Vodka, I'm actually using my profile. I switched to my Citation 10 profile. With the new firmware, but my Citation 10 profile. Not using your Falcon one. It's all jacked up. No, actually it felt pretty good, but we'll see how this one feels on landing. Yeah, no, I'm using